All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick trip down tuning lane. So while I learn or try and figure stuff out, because I don't know shit, we're gonna see what we can get figured out. So far, this is what I figured out. So in the Holly, they have this lovely drag setup. I can go through a few different pages, but this seems to have all of the information I need. So this is what the map looks like through my one pull single gear. I didn't even bother changing it, so the RPM never drops because I didn't get it up anywhere where it really needed to be changed. So anyways, again, this was just a test pull to try and see how things are going and make sure everything was solid and nothing went kaboom, which I'm really lucky because the air fuel is super, the target is lean. Because again, I forgot when I changed over and I put the sloppy tune in it, I wanted to make it a little bit fatter and I forgot to, so it is a little rich here. It does have a little bit more timing than I probably should have in there, but it's not making any boost. So that actually might even be low. It probably should be at like 30 degrees because it's not making boost, which means it should be running on NA timing, which is about 30 degrees. And then I should be coming down from that point. Anyways, so 2,400 RPM, we start tipping into the throttle, trying to keep it from breaking the tire free. It flashes to about 3,000, which I believe is correct for the converter. Right about here is where I let go of the regular brake because we're not on the trans brake here. This is just off foot brake. And then it grabs a little bit. Well, that might actually be me foot braking it still, judging by the fact the RPM's not bouncing very much. And then we start heading out and starts building boost. Still not a ton of timing. Could use some more in there. Watch this number. It's amazing how that tiny little Civic radiator did. This car was warmed up to 160 degrees before I left the garage. It's one of my weird OCDs. I don't do cold pulls usually. I let it get to at least like 140-ish. Plus, the Holly won't smart learn or closed loop learn until 160 anyways. So if I want to see what it's doing and make adjustments for it, then I need to do this and I need to have that at 160. So try to be smart about things. Doesn't always work, but hey, we try. So you can see my target and my actual are bouncing quite a bit, which is part of what I need the computer to learn so I can take fuel out and add fuel back in. Again, I need to change this here, but we'll get to that later. So again, none of these numbers are like set in stone. These are just numbers I'd put in prior for testing purposes. And you can see the boost bounces around a little bit, but it's not terrible. Boost controller is not activated at this point, so it's not going to try and command anything. This isn't the Mac valve fluctuating or anything like that. This is solely just what the car was doing throughout the pull. So you see it pedaled it a little bit there. No, not really. It's kind of fluctuated. I'm willing to bet that I did not have my foot all the way down. It's a very good probability, and then we drop off. So we get it up to about 4,600 RPM, running it pretty conservatively. And I mean, it does pretty well. I'm not mad at that. 3.3 pounds. Not bad, but this is not good. I need to fix this. That is a problem. That's a problem. This here, this funky TPS reading, which very much could be my cable. The way I have the TPS, the throttle cable set up, could be part of my problem. Could also be that I was being a punk and I didn't have my foot all the way down, trying to do too many things at once. So, and then if we grab this, move this over here, there. You can see where I just kind of rolled into it. Let's see. All right, right there. And we start rolling into it. Hold on. There we go. So, and then just kind of kicked it in the nuts real quick. Again, 76%. So I don't think I'm putting my foot all the way down. That could be a lot of things. I'll have to look into that. Notice this is after a pull and then some more driving. 198. It legitimately didn't reach over 200 until I slowed down and put it in the garage, and then it got to like 203 right before I shut it off. Still wasn't that bad, and it cooled off. I let the fan run for a few minutes after I shut the car off, and it was fine. The only issue I have is where my radiator cap is. I need to move because it bounces off that front cowl piece in the front of the car and causes it to unseal a little bit, which is a problem. But other than that, it's super effective. So let's see. This made a whopping right there it spikes to 2.6 pounds. That's the closest air fuel ratio, the most boost, less throttle, still good, and 20 degrees of timing. So super, super conservative, nothing crazy. And this is, again, a very small window. Let's see, from here. All right, so from rolling into it to just before letting out is 1.5 seconds. So, not bad.